Hello, my name is Nathan Martin. Served as a missionary in Cambodia for 10 years. We left in 2009, and the first couple of years was learning language and culture, and then we moved out to this district called Snool, right on the Vietnam border, this agricultural district, farming pepper, cassava, rice. And we were there because there are 38 villages that had no Christian presence, some of them as many as like 1,000 families. And we worked hand in hand with the government in a literacy and library project, and also just had the permission to widely go to visit children's outreach, visitation with families, planting seeds of the gospel. And sometimes it was slow going, but over 10 years we were able to see the fruit of that and be able to see a few house churches formed. Gordon-Conwell was seminal in my missions call because I've been interested as a missions since I was a child. As part of something my wife and I had pursued while we were in college too. Very involved at International Club. We spent a summer in Indonesia. But there are a lot of voices, competing voices, and I was starting to wrestle with a theological question, or philosophical question maybe really, and that is the gospel really need to be heard? It was at Gordon-Conwell, I remember my missions professor just gently telling me in his office, or redirected me just to the scriptures. How do you read it? I remember other faculty too, affirming very well, gently and with compassion for the world, that also only those who respond to the gospel can we know to be saved. Along with that, I remember like Dr. Kaiser saying that and also sharing a bit of his own personal opinion of, he believes that those who are seeking God can get a witness to Jesus Christ, sharing like the story of Cornelius. So I started to hear this, and just being redirected to the scriptures relit my missions fire and concern for the world. And also at the same time, we were asking where to go, and our missions professor at the time, Dr. Tennant, said, well, start praying for the world. So this very book right here, we started to pray through Operation World, and we came to the story of Cambodia, and God broke our hearts in a campus housing right there at Gordon-Conwell. And then we moved to Lynn, Massachusetts, and discovered several hundred Cambodian families there, and we made our first Cambodian friends. And for that, I'll forever be grateful to Gordon-Conwell for, one, reigniting my missions call, giving me that anchor for my soul and scriptures. There were a lot of ups and downs in Cambodia, some hard times, but having that anchor in verses like Matthew 28 to make disciples of all nations is something that I needed. And also connecting us with Cambodia. And so I'm thankful for that. And I'll sign off by saying God bless, and may that blessing be to you so that you would be a blessing to the nations. Goodbye.